Hi Taurus, welcome back to the channel. All right, so let's jump right into your reading. The two cards that you're pulling today, we have Heartbroken and also Self-Indulgence, okay? So I know this is you for sure, which is good. Now, heartbroken could be you or someone else. So there's someone here who could be feeling deeply hurt or sad, someone who's in separation, someone who's suffering from a breakup, someone who could be feeling lost, someone who's grieving or mourning at this time. And if this is you, I do see that by you focusing on self indulgence, you can find your way out, or you're going to see that you're better off without whatever that situation was. So you could find yourself moving into a place of focusing on yourself, upping your self worth, or reassuring your self worth, um, making time to heal, putting out certain time that you really dig deep and you get personal with yourself and your healing. You could be doing shadow work, you could be journaling during this time. Maybe you're doing a video diary, maybe you're manifesting, making a mood board. I see something creative, like either you're writing or you're doing something creative, maybe even with your hands. You could be cooking, but definitely just like placing yourself in healthy distractions, which is really good. And you will be having a greater self appreciation, maybe even for the choices that you made to walk away from something and not stay stuck or not to repeat a cycle with someone. Okay. So, with that situation, you could have dealt with a stalemate. And this card talks about having a standoff with someone, feeling like there's no way out, dealing with someone who's non committal, holding out, delay tactics that could have been placed upon you, feeling blocked in a situation or connection, feeling like you're dealing with people or a person who refuses to compromise, feeling like someone's an enemy, whether like working against you versus working with you, and someone who could be competing with you, or even people just being jealous of you during this time, okay? Now, you also have Winding Road. What this card talks about, it talks about taking the long way, also doing some exploration, so new adventures coming your way, exploring new avenues, new routes, new types, new interests, new hobbies. You could be in a period of self discovery. This is a good time for you to be flexible and adaptable. Excuse me. Patience is needed, maybe out of this healing that you're going through. Excuse me, guys, sorry. Out of this healing that you're going through, or even to claim something that has longevity. So if you're dealing with a romantic partner and they just were not it, they were a stalemate or a karmic, patience is needed until you meet the one. Or if this had to do with your career or personal life, patience is needed until you reach your big break or your aha moment or you get your light at the end of the tunnel. It is coming, but patience is needed. All right. You're also using tact right now. So even though someone had you effed up, I see you having great self control on how you handle yourself and your behavior in that situation, not stooping low, rising above drama. And that is something that you should be very proud of yourself for doing. You definitely are going to be experiencing a lot of personal growth from the situation. You will have more time of leisure, so you're having more freedom being disconnected from something, and you're able to really focus on yourself and have more me time, which is going to be very beautiful for you. And you, this is leading you to your next adventure, so you definitely have some very spontaneous moments coming up or something very exciting and that you should be anticipating. All right, we also have red herring here. Now, the red herring talks about getting misleading information, being misguided, dealing with a diversion tactic, someone throwing off your scent, someone giving you some type of false flag, or maybe noticing red flags. Also, a purposeful distraction. So, I feel like you do feel like whatever you're moving away from has distracted you, held you back in some way, and now you're just now finding your grounding once again. Now, the positive cards we have here, we have balance. So you can find that you will be finding your equilibrium really soon. You'll be feeling centered very soon. You could be doing some meditating. You'll be integrating opposing forces and allowing them to flow. You'll be feeling complete very soon. You're having a deep sense of awareness for yourself. Something will be feeling just right for you. You will be attracting more equality or equal partnerships, and your well being is going to be restored. We also have the torch here. So you are turning darkness into light. You're having some type of revolution. You definitely are very brave or courageous. You could be fully engaged. So you may feel like you're about to reach some type of slowdown, but I feel like something's about to pick up for you. You are standing up for truth. So if you felt like someone was gaslighting you or giving you the runaround or just not being forthright about their intentions, you're standing up for the truth and you're not settling for anything less. You'll find that you're becoming more bolder. You're going to become more passionate or find your passion during this time. You are getting justice, so like karmic retribution, and you also are finding freedom. And last card we have here is Eagle. So you're walking away from something that you felt like you had to challenge that person or challenge the status quo. You're moving towards things that will give you longevity in your life. You have a regal energy about you, and this energy that you should feel proud about. Like you are definitely on a whole nother level than most of your peers or even the people that you come across. So if you left something alone because it wasn't on your level, that's something you should be proud about, okay? You have some new opportunities coming in. You have some restored hope coming towards you. Your vision will be clearer and you'll have a fresh perspective moving forward. So with that being said, let's see what's coming up for you, Taurus. Give me some messages for my Tauruses. What can they expect moving forward in this situation? What's coming towards Taurus? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So I do feel like you went through some type of argument or fight, or someone was very envious or jealous of you. Someone could have been challenging you. Someone could have been trying to defeat you. You were able to be the victor from that, maybe by not engaging or keeping your composure, not allowing someone to make you look like a fool. And now you're moving towards that Knight of Swords energy. So, in some type of situation, whether it was a bad friendship or a bad breakup, or maybe a career situation, something personal to you, even with family, I feel like because you were dealing with that situation, it feels like something was holding you back. So, you could have felt like you missed out on some grand opportunities that maybe you feel like they will never come back around again. But the Knight of Swords talks about seizing opportunities. So there's some new opportunities, new adventures coming towards you, new people coming towards you that you're feeling very ready to take on. You understand your position of being like, okay, I did miss out on some things, but I'm not going to miss out on the next thing. So you're very prepared and ready, and you're not stopping your show, which is really good. Okay. Now we have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit. All right, so you are about to go into a little bit of a hibernation, but not really. Because I do see you having a lot of adventure. Like the universe is blessing you with spontaneous moments or just new energies, fresh energies, new people, new travels, new adventures. But you could be just more private from this past situation, not letting them know your moves and not engaging with that energy. And I see you putting in a lot of work in your life. So you're becoming more focused. You're able to engage in your true passions or your interests without being distracted. And you could find that you're going to make a lot of progress in December. Even if you're going through this sense of heartbreak, you're able to turn your pain into passion in some way and make a lot of forward movement, have a lot of momentum. Through your discipline, you're also manifesting your greatest outcome with that Eight of Pentacles. Now, this person who did you wrong is feeling like the Five of Pentacles. They could be feeling like a loser right now. Okay. And I do feel like with this energy, this person just, they know that they don't hold value in your life anymore. You finally, a light bulb went off in your head and you just feel like you and this person are not aligned and you're not feeding into it anymore. So this person knows that they no longer have a a place at your table or in your home or in your environment or in your life, and they could be feeling really down and out. This person could be having a victim mindset right now, feeling sorry for themselves, having an energy of self pity, and they do feel loserish. Like I keep hearing, I feel like a loser, okay? So someone really knows that they played themselves. And so let's go ahead and talk about that. Give me the Five of Pentacles for Taurus, for this person. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So I do feel like whoever this is with the Three of Cups, this person, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I feel like it's like you could have wondered or asked this person, like, when are you going to get serious about life? It feels like they treat life very casually. Like they treat themselves very casually. They treat maybe their values, their life goals very casually. They could be someone who doesn't really take things seriously. They don't seem like the most responsible person. They could be someone who really likes to live in fun 24/7, and it doesn't feel like this person ever sits with themselves. And with that Three of Cups, it almost feels like this person wants to treat the situation as if it's not a big deal and just reconcile in a very lighthearted and casual way, sweeping things under the rug, distracting you with more fun, but not getting to the nitty gritty of the issue. And I do see that this person is in the moon, so they could be feeling very insecure about themselves right now. They may have a lack of confidence towards coming towards you. They may also be really deep in their emotions. There's a lot of sadness coming from this person. They could feel even confused as well, which is interesting. So they could feel confused about what they did wrong, or maybe even how you just left all of a sudden. Maybe you and this person have had moments where they disappointed you and you kind of just, let it roll off your shoulder, even though it hurt you deeply. And this time you really did remove yourself in some way. And this person feels dumbfounded about it, okay? The most interesting thing is that you have the Hermit here as your last card. And the cards clarifying the Five of Pentacles is the Hermit right here. And we also have an imagery in the Eight of Cups, which looks like the Hermit as well. So this person recognizes you as someone who has walked away from them and has created a lot of emotional distance between you two. You no longer feel the same way. You no longer feel sorry for this person, maybe of their background, if they had a hard time growing up. You don't use this person's hardships before you as excuses for how they've been treating you anymore. And you have decided to walk away and leave them where they're at. You feel like this has been very unfulfilling for you and you feel like it's time for you to make your departure. So this person is seeing you as someone who no longer is in love with them, no longer cares for them the same way that you do, and you also have removed yourself from the situation. They're seeing you as the Hermit, so they feel like they are blocked, like maybe you blocked their number, you blocked them from your social media. They feel like they have not been able to get through to you or communicate to you. And they also feel like you are going into Hermit, but they see it as you having some type of enlightenment or awakening or having this really positive energy of self discovery. They know that you moving forward basically is not harming you, it's only doing you well, and that you're actually going to enjoy it. Okay, so they do know this. Clarify the Eight of Cups here. All right, Eight of Cups is being clarified by the Homeless card. So this person feels abandoned in the situation, but they also know that they failed. Maybe in any way that they feel like they disappointed you. They failed to protect you. They failed to have integrity with you. They failed to support you, to care about you in the way that you deserve. Okay, so this person feels like a failure or, like I said, a loser, like earlier. All right. And tell me about the Hermit, how they feel about Taurus in the Hermit energy. All right. Introvert, which just talks about being very private, especially with this person, being blocked on social media, being blocked through messages or on the phone, knowing that you are separate from them or that you're just not fucking with them. Excuse my language. But there's something, especially social media wise, that this person knew you were really done with them because either you blocked them, you probably took them off of your close friends, or something like that. Okay. So, this person is seeing that you have completely removed yourself from their life and they have not experienced anything to this magnitude with you before. So it's very, they know that this is really it. Like you're stamping it in the ground. Now, what you're doing behind the scenes that this person cannot see, you're getting a lot of things done. You're very organized during this time, or you will be. You will be very productive. You're very focused. You're very creative. I see you like doing a lot of creative things right now. Whether that's like even getting prepared for the holidays and you decide last minute, I'm going to go buy a tree and decorate it or decorate your home. Or you could be planning some type of event. But there's something here that's taking a lot of your concentration and focus, and it's a very healthy distraction, even for you, as you're healing from disappointment. Okay, so I just see you can't lose with the Eight of Pentacles. You definitely could be suppressing your emotions, but the beautiful thing is that you're getting a lot of shit done with that Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and you're creating your new life. Like that's really the magic behind it, is that you're creating this new you, new lifestyle, new environment, new energy. You're stripping the old and you're giving yourself some really fresh energy. All right, clarify the Eight of Pentacles for Taurus. All right. Some of you guys, I see that you have been neglecting maybe your home. So if it's one of those things like you were in a relationship and you spent a lot of time at this person's home, you could have been giving a lot of effort into their home, keeping it organized, keeping it clean, cooking over there, hanging out over there so much that when you came back to your home, you had laundry piled up, or your dishes were not really clean, or you didn't clean your bathroom in some days or whatever. So since you've been neglecting whatever that is with that Nine of Pentacles, you're giving back to that. Some of you guys also, when it comes to how you spoil yourself, you haven't been spoiling yourself like you're used to. Maybe you're realizing it's winter season and I haven't even bought myself any new sweaters like I usually would. Or I usually go get my nails done, my hair cut, and I haven't been doing that. So I feel like you're really going to put a lot of concentration and focus on that. And it's going to make you feel very lovely or indulgent or luxurious in some way with that Nine of Pentacles, but especially something with your home. I feel like you're about to have like an event. Like maybe you're going to have like a friends kind of like event for the holidays, or you're allowing your family to come through. But I definitely feel like because sometimes that Nine of Pentacles gives me like home events, like home parties, and someone being a great host. So maybe that's your next project, and it's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment, just getting all the details together. We also have the Page of Swords in reverse. So by being associated to this person or this energy, there has been a lot of like negative energy towards your reputation or gossip about you associated to this person. You could also be making so much progress within December that that is going to be reversed. It just becomes strictly what it is, just hearsay. And people are going to see the real results and the real you through your productivity, your concentration, your focus, getting your goals done, staying organized. Okay, you're rewriting that narrative that kind of rubbed off on you based off of this past person. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so we have withdrawal here. So you're quitting this person or this situation, and you're having some type of deep awakening of how you have not been indulging in yourself. So I see you maybe purchasing some new stuff here. You're kind of bringing in new energy, fresh energy. You could be getting a whole new wardrobe. You could be buying yourself a Christmas gift. You could be, buying yourself some new jewelry. So you're really going to start spoiling yourself like what you used to do for this situation. Clarify the Page of Swords in reverse. All right. And again, when it comes to what people have said about you being associated to someone and their bad behavior, you have to know that it's going to be okay. Like, people are going to see that's not the true you. You will be setting the record straight, not by word of mouth, but by actually putting in the work into your life. People are going to see the real results, and everything's going to be fine. You'll feel accepted, by whoever these people are, or you'll feel in harmony or balanced again. But again, people are seeing that what they thought about you were not true, that it could have just been because you were held back by someone here, this Five of Pentacles energy. So there's a big transformation that you're doing here, and I see that it's going to make you very happy and very fulfilled. All right. Now we have the Hermit. So you're being called to look within to attract your next situation, your next adventure, your next person, your next career step, whatever. You're being asked by the universe to look within in that Hermit and see what is it, not about your circumstances or your environment or the people that have come into your life, but what is it about you that you can improve to make sure that you are successful towards your manifestations. And I see that you're going to have a very positive Hermit energy. You're going to really enjoy your solitude and learning new things about yourself. All right, let's see how that's going to transpire for you. Okay. Look. Eight of Pentacles, very busy bee. You will be a very busy person. First and foremost, I see you making like a very life-changing discovery about yourself. I don't know what this is. This could be, if this is a romantic situation that you're leaving behind, this could be like about your true type, the true individual that you may be attracted to in today's time. It's much different than when you were in your adolescence or when you were in your early youth. Now in this age, whatever age you are, your type is changing. And maybe you didn't realize that before. Maybe you could have been going to the wrong energies and expecting beautiful outcomes, but you're just no longer that person anymore. So with that Page of Wands, there's some very life-changing discoveries that are going to align you to the right opportunities, the right people, the right rooms, the right environments, the right adventures. And it feels really like super spiritual, like you're having some type of awakening. Also, I see you being the Devil in reverse. So some of you guys are like celibate or moving into celibacy, or you could be like, you know how they do dry January? You could be doing a dry December or not drinking, or you could stop smoking. You could maybe change your diet in some type of way. You could be cutting something out of your diet, especially if you suffer from like belly issues, like indigestion and stuff like that. Um, yeah, the Devil in reverse, you're also like releasing things that have kept you captive. So anything that you use that you feel like you have a hard time quitting, whether that's like certain people, certain environments, certain habits, certain vices, I see you quitting that during this Hermit mode. And it feels like, again, a big transformation that you're going through. Clarify the Devil in reverse. You're going to have a very significant moment where you look at some photo album or you look at some old pictures. If you have like a photo bank online where you store all like an iCloud or Google Photos, you may come across a memory from back in the day, and something like really wakes you up. Like, I can't continue doing things like this. Okay. So I feel like it's a positive memory, but it also makes you like nervous about maybe how you've been leading your life and wanting to return to that innocence that you had in the past and how happy you were in the past. Like you may see so many photos from a certain time frame where you were just smiling so much, you were laughing so much, you were going out, you had the coolest friends, you went on the coolest adventures, things like that. And you start to think about where you're at now and maybe time that has been wasted that you weren't really living. And so that really pushes you to quit something here with the devil. And again, we have withdrawal, so you definitely are quitting something that has been stealing your time or your energy. Tell me about the Page of Wands for Taurus. All right. We have justice here. So I feel like you are discovering things that are balanced for you or equal for you. Remember with the eagle, I said that you guys have a very regal energy. You are just very elevated and very elegant. I know that also because you're pulled the Nine of Pentacles. So you are meant to lead on a very luxurious life. You're meant to have the best of the best. You have the best taste. So you should be indulging in the best of the best, Michelin star type of environments and energies and opportunities. And I feel like you're discovering something that allows you to go after those things that are more aligned to you. And it allows for you to not take effed up risk anymore. Like you risk yourself every time you deal with someone who's kind of beneath you. And I know that doesn't sound good to say, but it's true. People are not at your spiritual level. They're not at your, wisdom level. They're not maybe even in your tax bracket. So like, hello, be careful. So there's something here where you're going to be extra cautious of not going beneath you and always raising the bar when it comes to what you're inviting in your life or what you experience or even what you get into. And it's life changing for you. It kind of like everything starts to click for you that you could have been going in the wrong direction or just dealing with um lackluster experiences. Okay, so something is changing. You're meant to, you're meant to lead on a more elegant life, and I feel like you're going to be stepping into that, but you have to accept that first. You understand? All right, so that's what I have for you, Taurus. Please like the video, comment down below, let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss on your next reading coming out soon. I love you guys so much, and I wish you guys the most beautiful December until I speak to you again. All right, bye guys.